to do the show.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Bourbon and Boxing. It's your host, the Cowboy, and
Big Spade, what up with
yeah,
it?
yeah, Big
Yeah,
Spade back in the
yeah.
house. I like that Big Spade, man. Spade just you leaving the big out. You got to put the big
I'm
in
gonna
the spade.
I'm gonna keep
You
the
know what I'm
spade,
talking
but I'm gonna leave it. My girl said, "Take the big out, leave it. I like
about. Hey,
spade." You
yeah,
know
we
how
know
they
they
be.
get they
They,
get the last say when it's all said and done, man.
they
They get
get
the
the
last
hate.
sure.
They be secret hating, huh?
Yeah.
I don't want them to know why you call
No,
yourself Big Spade. Sorry.
yeah, I told my wife, I said you shouldn't have got me this cowboy hat. You know, fucked around and found out. Shouldn't have did it. Shouldn't have did it. I'm telling you.
Hey
But
man, you funny as fuck, man.
but yeah, man. How's your week going?
Yeah.
We had a long week, man. We've been trying to get up together, man. Your work schedule, my work schedule, stuff like that. But look at us, man. It's 12:30 at night. We don't care, bro. We're
We
on here right
grinding.
now,
We
grinding, getting this show in because we know, it's something we love to do, brother. And I appreciate you getting on here with us this late, man. And doing our thing, baby, doing our
Now
thing.
you know I'm a night owl now, so it is what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, one thing I was liking. He was like, I woke up at 8:30. I was like, oh, he gonna be wide awake. He gonna be
Yeah.
ready to go. And I took a little hour power nap, so I'm
Yeah.
ready to go. Got some Excedrin in me, got my
Yeah.
bourbon going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of big fights this week, man. Going on that we saw. We saw a major upset, but before we get into all that, there's a lot of breaking news going on right now in boxing. One of the biggest breaking news, my guy, is that the Sam Goodman has gotten injured and the Noah Inoue fight has been postponed. That was supposed to happen on the 31st, I think it was December 31st. That fight was supposed to happen. It has now been postponed due to an injury to Sam Goodman. So, a fight I was really looking forward to because Sam Goodman has really just man, he's been wanting this fight. He's been calling for this fight. He's been
Yeah.
out there doing his thing, showing what he can do. He gets the opportunity, gets a cut on his eye that looked pretty bad, takes him out of the fight. Man, I hate to see that kind of stuff happen, but it looks like they're not going to try to fill in anybody in that spot. I heard at first that it wasn't going to be postponed at all. In a way, it was probably going to move on, but then now I've heard today that it's possible that it will be rescheduled for January 25th. Is what
I
I'm hearing.
hate them. I hate them postpone fights. I ain't gonna look. This one thing I hate: postpone fights and albums that get pushed back that I'm looking forward to hearing.
Tell me about it. Or video games you be looking forward to, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere they just get like they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna push that back to April. It's like, man, it's December.
Yeah.
You need April. Like we can't do that now. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I
Postponing a
hate that
fight,
shit.
postponing CDs and video games, that is horrible, bro. That is
Yeah, I hate
what
that
we
shit,
want to
boy.
see personally. But I don't know, man. I was looking forward to it. It sucks. And then there's other news because we were supposed to get the Ryan Garcia exhibition fight
Yeah.
on the 30th. Now that has been officially postponed because Ryan Garcia, an injury to Ryan Garcia that's untold. They haven't said what the injury is. So that's
Alcohol.
also postponed. So the 30th and 31st, two fights to kind of end the year for boxing have both been postponed.
Yeah, alcohol. That's what it is.
Yeah, Ryan, man, I don't know, man. He looks really, really fucking big right now.
Hey,
Uh,
his career might be in shambles, bro. After this.
well, you said it. You said it that suspension was going to be his death sentence without, what I'm saying, like a death sentence.
Yeah.
But pretty much because how was he going to be able to maintain himself? How was his composure? Was he going to take this and learn from it, or was he going to take it and just fucking, blow up? From all, from not being able to handle the not the exposure or just what's going on and not being able to handle it mentally for himself. So you said that you called it. You said definitely that you thought you saw that being something that was going to derail his career a little bit. Uh, I mean, he looked really big. They haven't said what the injury was. Probably another failed drug test, but I'm not gonna say that's what it is. But he was looking super big, and we saw Oscar. Now we know where he got the substance from, supposedly, alleged situation. I'll put that up so I don't get sued by Oscar De La Hoya. But he's looking all buff and shit on social media. This dude like fucking 60 years old. Now I don't know
Yeah,
where he got bust, so we kind of know
yeah,
where Ryan might have got his substance from.
yeah.
I mean, his trainer providing that for him, or
I
his,
think.
his mentor promoter.
Hey, when Canelo was messing with him and he was getting that substance, was he under? He was under Oscar then, wasn't
Yeah, I'm pretty sure his first time he got popped,
he? Yeah, he got popped
he got
twice.
popped twice. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
so
got popped twice for it.
I wonder if that money
But he ain't the
situation
only
ain't.
one in
It,
that camp. Oscar Valdez got
there's
popped
yeah,
too.
Oscar Valdez too though. Yeah, yeah.
Yep, yep. So and
But
other
Oscar
people in that
Valdez who
camp
ain't
got
never been
popped.
under Oscar De La Hoya though, have he?
No, not that I'm aware of. He was with Eddie Reynosa in Top Rank for the longest time.
Yeah,
Let
so
me let this cat out real quick. Come on. Don't have to- But yeah, hey everybody on the talk. Thank you guys for joining us, man. I appreciate you on here. Like we said, we're going over the fights going on this week. Check us out on the Tube, Spotify, all the platforms you can think of, man. We are up there and out there, man. But today we're going over what we saw over the weekend, which was quite a bit of fights, man, to be honest with you. I'm going to try to hit on all of them as much as we can. We just gave a little bit of a breaking news about the Ryan Garcia postponed fight and the Noah Inoue postponed fight. Both were the 30th and 31st, the fights to end the year, and both have been postponed. So we're kind of
yeah.
giving you our thoughts on that and what we think about it. And of course, it sucks, especially the Inoue versus Sam Goodman fight. I was really looking forward to that one. I thought that was going to be a pretty good fight. I mean, as good as it could possibly be against a guy like Inoue. But there's another guy that fought this weekend. We'll talk about him in a little bit. That could be a contender to Inoue. I'm not as impressed with him as everybody else was. I watched him over the weekend. We'll talk about that guy in a little bit, but let's get to some rumors. We're going to jump into some rumors instead of going straight into the fights over the weekend. What do you think, Big Spade?
Oh yeah, Terrence Crawford versus Canelo. Come
This has
on, man.
been now.
Come on, man.
I'm
You
hearing
know.
this is done. And Canelo, I heard Canelo personally speak. He did not throw it to the side. He said, right now, I'm enjoying time with my family. On January 1st, we will go over negotiations and talk to trade
Ooh.
guys. So I think this fight's going to happen. I really think it is. And I think it's
Yeah,
great for both of these guys because they're both big names. I don't think, in all honesty, I don't think Terrence Crawford wants to fight. He wants this fight, and I think he's done.
yeah, yeah. Me too. Yeah, I think. I mean, either with anyway with this fight, I'll be done. I beat the head honcho at 147.
But
I'm about to get the head
now
honcho to
you're
face.
saying he's gonna beat him. That's a lot of weight to make up, my guy. Now you know Canelo's not gonna
No,
bend
no,
on
no,
that
no,
weight.
no. Hold on, hold on,
You're
hold
gonna
on,
have to
hold
come to
on.
him.
I said he beat the head honcho at
Oh,
147.
okay, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then I said, now I want the head honcho of the face of boxing.
God,
So if I
160.
knock him off, where do this put me at?
Yeah.
It's a win-win situation for me. But guess what? I ain't about to lay down like Jamel Harrington. I'm better than Jamel
Oh,
Harrington in
we
my
already
mind.
know what Crawford's
And
gonna bring to the table. The
yeah,
size, I think, is a great matchup, but just the weight difference is the only thing.
no, bro, no.
Now we did
Everybody
see him,
keeps saying that weight
but hold
difference.
on.
I'm telling you,
You-
he's strong.
Now
He's
you don't think
strong.
he should fight another fight at 154, test that
Nope,
a little bit more?
nope,
I mean, we saw
nope.
him against Magov.
Don't wear
Magov
your body down. Don't keep wearing your body down. You older. You an older fighter. Don't keep wearing your body down,
he is
taking wear
older
and
than
tear.
Canelo. He's older than Canelo.
Yeah, don't keep taking
He's
wear and tear on your body. You feel me? Little sparring here in the
thinking about
gym and that,
pursuing him.
resting your body up, doing what you got to do to keep your body mobile and
And
shit,
for doing
and
it.
then be ready to go. Cause once he go into this camp, if he do get this fight, it's gonna be a camp that he never it's gonna be one of them one camps that he never ever did in his life. I already know it's gonna be
Yeah,
one of them one camps for him. I don't feel like the weight gonna be a problem for him for real. I think with the last fight he was just overthinking it for real. He ain't really going
yeah.
there and executing. Dude was kind of tricky.
He was
Man,
a little tricky, man. He moved a lot. I
yeah,
did like Madrimov. He impressed me. That was the first time I really got to watch him. I was
but
really
you,
impressed with him, but I was also impressed with what Crawford did because he was
yeah,
still
he was
able to
Crawford
control
started coming
that.
on in the late, and he really
Yeah,
started.
yeah,
And then you got to think like Javante when he went up there to 140 and he fought, he was kind of the same way. Like, you feel me? Had to figure
Yeah.
out the power and stuff. Like, you want to just see, like, you know what I'm saying? Because sparring is cool. You could spar and all that, but it ain't the same as when that headgear come off, them gloves to get smaller. It ain't the same. So I
No.
just feel like I think he can handle it, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I think he can handle it, bro. I really do. I think
You
he can
know,
handle
and
it.
I'll take your advice on that, and I like what you're saying there. But man, that's a lot of weight to make up, man. And
What
how
we coming in at? What we
he's
coming in
coming
at?
off injury.
168?
Yeah, he'll be at 168. So he's at
Ooh,
154.
yeah.
He's gonna have to go to 168 because
Yeah.
Canelo, I don't see now maybe they can find a
That
way
is a
with
lot of weight,
Canelo to
man.
say, hey, I don't see Canelo dropping down any weight. I don't see him dropping. So
Nah, hell nah.
he's gonna make him come to him at 168. My issue with that is Terrence is coming off an injury. I don't know what the injury is, but he's out till May with the injury that he has.
Man,
So
you know what though? Not to cut you off, it could be an injury or it could be keep my name out the tabloids until I get the fight
yeah,
I want.
I'm in that
And
room so I get the fight that I want. That's
yeah, don't
what
even
I
mention me
would say
fighting
because
nobody. Don't mention me fighting Boots.
yeah,
Don't even I'm gonna
I
say I'm
want
injured.
Crawford.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna say
want
I'm
Canelo.
injured.
I want Canelo, and
Yeah,
that's all I want. Yeah,
yeah,
I kind
yeah,
of thought the same thing because I thought,
yeah,
well, if you're coming back off injury in May, are you going to be ready to fight in May? You know,
yeah,
what I mean? So you would obviously have to come off the injury before May to be
yeah,
able to do a training camp.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe he's
And
right now. And
where he
I
get
know
injured
he's
from?
going to get that fight. What is it?
Where did he get where the injury come from? It ain't come
I
from
don't
his
know.
last
Just
fight. That's what I'm saying.
overnight,
That's that's
overnight.
what that's what I'm saying. Listen to me. Come on, man. Keep my name out the headline. You ain't
Yep.
nobody been talking about Terrence Crawford right now for real.
Yeah,
You
and
know what I'm
that's true. He's
saying?
been really quiet because nobody, we talk about fights possible. The Fedora fight, which now is talking,
That's
Spence is
Errol
back in the
Spence.
conversation with
Yeah.
Fedora.
Yeah.
But the
And
only problem with that is Fedora's going to lose his belt if he fights him because the
fuck them
WBC,
belts,
they
man.
cannot sanction a fight with a non-ranked guy at 154.
Fuck
Spence
them
is not
belts,
ranked
man.
at 154, but obviously Spence was ranked at 147 and was a former unified champ at 147. So you think that would carry a little bit of weight into 154 that if you jump up to a weight class that you're going to be automatically in those rankings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With
I
what you
think them belts hold
already
too much weight over the boxer head though. Like the belts got more say so than a boxer do. Like you
did.
get what I'm saying? Like, and I don't like that because sometimes when the fighters do got the belt, the fights that the contenders that's supposed to fight them don't never fight them. So the belts
Yeah.
is like, what is they? Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing but a trophy for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Well, in the
what
case of some
what a trophy collects? Dust.
and you got to
Like
pay for it. You ever won a football trophy and had to pay for it the rest of
that's
your
what I'm saying. That's like I'm winning the Super
Could
Bowl
you imagine
championship,
that?
NBA
Here's your
championship.
Pee Wee football trophy. We need a dollar fit 75 every month from you. You know what I
Come
mean?
on,
Like
man.
you
That's
better
what I'm
have
saying.
our money, and we're gonna take your trophy back.
And
You know what
and guess what? Guess what? People be saying stuff like Javante Davis about him and belts. Like he been said it. Like I mean, even Earl Spence said it when he was fighting
Ryan
Terrence
Garcia
Crawford.
said it. Ryan Garcia
Like,
said belts don't mean nothing. It's
yeah,
money at the end of the day. What I get if I'm getting paid like a champion, does it matter if I'm a fucking champion? I
that just
as a sports head, to me it matters. As a fan, it matters, but it doesn't matter. I'm the fan. It
yeah
matters what
that
they fucking think at the end of the day. If they don't really care and they're still getting paid, it doesn't matter.
yeah that's just like I'm gonna compare it to football. That's just like Tom Brady. He got these rings and he wasn't the fastest running back, wasn't flashy, but what do it matter if I'm winning championships? Like the flash,
Yeah,
the taking off, that shit don't matter because I'm winning it my way. I'm doing it my way. It's about your way. Like you don't
yeah,
have to have them belts to get them fights that you want or that shit. Them accomplishments don't mean nothing at the end of the day
it's
of
your
boxing
name. It's your name. That's what's gonna
because
get it.
guess what? Ain't nobody gonna remember when you lose that belt. Ain't nobody the fans and everybody gonna discredit you anyway. You wasn't
Yeah,
shit. They
you
gonna
know how
forget you
boxing
just
goes.
was a champion. They gonna
You,
forget you just
yeah,
was the champion before you
yeah.
lost this
As
champion
soon as
belt.
you lose, you're a bum rock. You're a
Right.
bum.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Them belts
It's
ain't shit for
unreal.
real. They need
It's
to throw them
unreal.
bitches away. To be honest, they need to get
Well,
rid of them.
what they need to do in boxing, we said it. We said it a million times before. I'm going to say it again. Boxing reform. You need a league. I think a league would be unreal to where you have your, you can continue with the belts, the WBC and all that kind of shit, right? You can have that.
Mm-hmm.
You can have unified champions in every division. You can still have your divisions, but you need to make it a league, just like the NBA or the NFL, and where do the European League and the American League, and then at the end of the year you match these motherfuckers up and have a tournament of fucking champions. And then you
Hey,
can't avoid fighting the best. The best are going to fight the best, and it's unavoidable. Boxing is a wild, wild west. There's no control. There's no real committee that looks over it. You got four sanctioning bodies that are all about themselves. They don't look at the other sanctioning bodies, and none of them line up with each other really. And that's what makes boxing, the wild, wild west of sports. It's just so far behind every other sport as far as organized wise, but it's still making money, and these guys are still getting paid at the end of the day, more than UFC fighters and stuff like that. So
you know what though? And you say that you can you slowly seeing what Turkey Al Sheik is creating?
he's trying to, yeah, because I'm hearing that Top Rank is not going to continue with ESPN now. That's another breaking kind of news that I heard earlier in the week, and I almost forgot about until you
What?
mentioned that. Yes, now I am hearing that Top Rank will not continue with ESPN. Now, this is a rumor. This is not something that's been validated yet, but I'm hearing that after the 2025 year, that 2026 they're going to be a free agent. They're already in talk with Matchroom, which I don't want to see that because the zone has that'll be kind of a monopoly on the sport. Their prices are overpriced, and they're charging people like already $30 a month in the US on top of 60 $70 pay-per-views. Like, come on, man, that's ridiculous. It's too much. I'm not gonna sit here and pay for to watch Top Rank. Top Rank puts on some of the best free fights out there. So I
Yeah.
would definitely hate to see them go there, but at the same time, there's no other options. There's no other options. Like, we see what Prime's done. They've dropped the ball fucking completely. You had a fight this weekend with what the fuck was his name? He was fighting Fulton. Good little fucking fight. And
Oh,
it
oh,
was a free fight.
kind of whatever his name is. We know who he is though.
Yeah. Well, it was a free fight on Amazon Prime, and it wasn't even advertised. Nobody knew shit about it. They didn't even talk about it. It was just out of, oh, here's a free fight for you guys. Prime has dropped the ball with PBC, so we obviously see that Top Rank going there is not an option. Netflix Netflix really has to figure out their streaming issue, knowing how to stream large events without it buffering and fucking up your whole system, because
Yeah,
people
god
aren't gonna
damn.
pay for that shit. So we see that they've got some work to do over there. We're gonna really test it out when they're doing the NFL games on Netflix, 2 NFL games this year on Netflix. So we're gonna see how that streaming goes at another large platform like the Mike Tyson fight, which that Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, of course, that was probably a lot more than what you're gonna get for an NFL game because it's not going to be as worldwide as the Jake Paul fight and shit was. But
Mhm.
are they going to be able to handle, 50, close to, 25, 30, 40 million people watching that and it not buffering out? So we see that they've got some work to do, obviously. So what other way is Top Rank to go if ESPN says no, we no longer want to do anything with boxing, which I don't see why they wouldn't, because I feel like they get the viewership and all that, but I don't know the whole behind the scenes type stuff, but
I
definitely,
think because views is dropping on regular TV, just period. Like people
yeah,
like people like where you could go back and if I missed it, oh, I could go back
yeah, yeah.
and watch this shit.
Well, yeah,
Like
because that obviously spoiled us, right? Because now we know
yeah,
we don't have to sit down and dedicate our whole
yeah.
Saturday to watching that
But it's hard
and
for
then
people
go
to do that
back.
too. Like me, sometimes like I just miss no lie, I just missed a whole day's worth of football being asleep. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah,
had to go back and watch highlights and shit like that. Like, but it's just that point, like people got shit they doing, like so everybody's not everybody's not rich and not even saying rich because some rich people be busy too. So but can't sit on their ass and just watch TV all day. Like you can't
yeah,
do that. Like or catch it at that exact time. Like it's hard, especially when you on the grind. You grind and it's kind of hard. Like you know what I'm
yeah.
saying. I've been on the
Look, I
grind.
mean,
It's
and
hard
they
for me to
actually,
catch fights. I've been missing fights. Like
yeah,
not
and
just
that's
because I'm
too.
on the grind, just because my whole schedule done changed. Like
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So
And that's part of life for us normal people, man. Like I
yeah.
say, let's take a minute to give our podcast a little shout out here on TikTok and on the tube where we're going to be presenting it. Spotify, all these platforms are going to be putting it on. But thank you anybody who is tuning in right now on TikTok, man. Like I said, I get to the comments whenever I can. I'm sorry if you guys are commenting and I'm not getting to it. Uh, and anybody tuning in, man, I appreciate you. Don't forget to tap that screen, show some love to us. Bourbon and boxing. This is our podcast. Like I said, we're going to talk boxing like we do, man. That's what we love to do. Me and my guy Spade, we do it almost every week as much as we can. Now we did have a little bit of a downtime with boxing, so we took a little bit of off time. But outside of that, we had big fights this weekend to cover, and then we got a big fight coming up this weekend, really big fight in the heavyweight division. But thank you guys for tuning in. Share this live with other people, man. Let them tune in, man. This is the kind of behind the scenes, guys. I'd like to interact with you more on here, but right now it's like behind the scenes, just talking to my guy, man. We're going over the sport of boxing, bourbon and boxing, baby. Check us out, episode 86. That's what we're doing right now. And my guy, Big Spade, man, what is something you want to talk about right now, man? Let's go into.
All right. I was just thinking about some real quick. I know it already happened, but you made it pop up in my head. Um, what was my Shocky Foster?
Uh-huh.
I really think he lost that fight.
I mean, we know. I think I didn't. I wasn't impressed, but at the same time, didn't we call that? We
Yeah,
said that he's not going to get
I
the
had to
same.
go back.
He's going to make those adjustments, sensation,
Yeah,
and he's going to come out a different guy. And
and
he
he
finally.
came out fought the same way.
I think Foster, even with winning that fight, kind of came out on the losing end of it because he didn't look exciting. That setting back, waiting, drawing your rounds out the way he does, that's not going to draw you fans.
Yeah,
It really isn't, man. I like Shockey, and I'm a fan of Shockey Foster, but the setback technique, I'm going to draw out rounds and hopefully I just outbox you. We don't
yeah,
want to see that, bro. If you can get a guy out of there, get him out of there. Don't play with
yeah.
your lead. That's how you lose.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive though. You can't always.
Exactly.
You gotta have now. But these kids that's coming out now, they got so many different like styles. Like it's more than one. They could switch. Like it's just stuff. But we could get past that because that's old news. What I want to talk about. You said what you say? What was the question again? Let me run that
Well, I
back.
got one question. We already talked about we hit the question about the Crawford and the weight situation. I
Yeah.
wanted to know if the weight was going to be too much. You don't think it is? I honestly think that's a big weight for him to come up
N-
to. We'll see.
Honestly, I ain't gonna be biased.
He's great, but I think the size, Crawford Canelo's size, they're dead on. They're dead on. But Canelo's gonna come in a little bit
That
thicker,
mass, yeah, yeah.
a little
It
bit
ain't the
more mass
size that
to him.
it ain't the size we worried about. It's the mass that we worried about. Cause
Yeah, yeah,
Canelo, he's not like we ain't gonna say like he's bigger far as like we ain't saying like height and shit like that. We
yep,
saying the
yep,
mass and how he compact
yeah,
with his weight.
yeah.
Like
Not
it's
only
like
compact.
compact, like
Yeah,
a stocky
and with that,
compact.
uses it to cut the ring off, uses it to
Yeah,
build power, to
wide.
hit
Yeah,
you with arms and wear your body down, as it goes to the fight. I think that is honestly, man. I love Crawford. I favor Crawford more than I do Canelo as a fan. That's a 50-50 fight all the way
I
down the
think he
middle.
trying to RP my boy, man.
No, no, I'm not. But I get what he wants. He wants that payday. But is
Yeah,
it worth getting the L to get
yeah.
that payday?
Yeah, cause fuck it. Boxing comes with L's, man. It
I
comes
mean,
with L's.
true. I mean, he'll end his career even with like, I don't know. I don't, as a Crawford fan, I don't want to see my guy end his career with an L. You know what I mean? And then
Uh,
that's what everybody harks on. Then that's what
uh,
every hater's going to use. Oh,
nah.
he's
The
33-1.
Hey, guess what?
Yeah,
Me as a real boxing fan, as a Terrence Crawford fan, that ain't just been a Terrence Crawford fan. Like I've been a Terrence Crawford fan. Like so, me and him, I think our minds is the same. Like if I take a L, so what? Like I'm winning at the end of the day, and I don't think I'm about to lose. I'm not going in here like these other guys. Like I'm
exactly.
not
That's
just
what
going in.
made me
I'm going in
present.
here for I'm going in here for a payday, of
100%.
course. But
100%.
I'm going in here trying to shock the
Yeah.
world. when you really trying to go in here and shock the world, it's
Trying to do
different
bigger,
from
better
getting a
things.
payday.
For greatness. Aim for greatness.
Yeah, I'm chasing
Crawford has
this.
always done that. He's always been doubted at every weight that
Yes,
he has
bruh.
been up to. No, his power is not going to transfer. He can't do this at this weight. He's not going to be the same at 147 as he
Hey,
was
I'm trying to
at
tell people.
40. And so he's always been doubted, and he's always proven people wrong. So it's hard for me to ever doubt Terrence Crawford.
Hey,
I'm still worried about that weight.
a lot of we was like this with Earl Spence, bruh.
Well,
We
think
was
about
like
it.
this with
That
Earl
that much
Spence.
weight, is that going to affect his ability to move like he wants? I
Yeah,
mean,
he
putting
got a
that
good
weight on it, he's going to have to adjust to that weight.
look.
I think, you know, there's
Listen
got
to
to
this.
be,
Just
I
listen.
almost want my guy to take a pre-fight, take a fight at
No.
like 150 fucking 8,
Mm-mm.
160,
Mm-mm.
and slowly move your weight, like not
Mm-mm.
slowly, but then jump up, like get kind of test that weight out a little bit.
You
That's
know,
my worry, man, is how much is that going to affect him from moving and doing what we see Terrence Crawford do in the ring with that type of weight on too.
no, bro. He no. Listen. He gonna brain them guys. Listen, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. I be trying to tell people I like I was telling. Oh, I gotta hit my boy up too. Shout out to Big G. I gotta hit him up because I'm gonna be like, yeah, remember y'all was talking that Earl Spence shit, him and Chuck. I can't wait. I forgot. I found them on. I found them. They my friends on Facebook and
They've been
shit
trying
now.
to
I
hide for a long time. They've been trying to hide ever since
oh
that
I
fight.
can't wait. I can't wait. I'm about to. They was boy. Listen, but
Like, join us.
besides that, look, I don't know. I just see something like this. Just like Caleb Plant. You think Caleb Plant better than Terrence Crawford?
Hell no. Hell no. I
Okay.
like Caleb playing, but
Okay.
he sure the hell ain't better than Terrence Crawford.
If Caleb Plant was disciplined enough when he fought Canelo, he could have beat Canelo. If he had the win and could go past the rounds and been a little bit more aggressive, he could have beat Canelo. You got to think about that aggressiveness Terrence Crawford gonna bring. You hit me, I'm gonna hit you harder. I ain't about to run from you all around the ring. I
Is
ain't about
that
to go. I
power?
ain't gonna let you box me into the corners. I ain't about to let you do you like. I ain't gonna let you just walk me
Now,
down like you
now
did
that's the
everybody
biggest
else.
thing. That's what I want to see because I said it before Canelo's fight. Every fight that we watch Canelo in, doesn't matter who the fuck he's fighting. Even a guy like Caleb Plant, a guy we watch that can move, stick, move.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
Caleb moves, bro. He fights like a black fighter. Caleb fights like a
Yeah.
black moves. He's
Hell
stick.
yeah.
He's bobbing and weaving. He
Mm-hmm.
he's got
Bad
the
motherfucker.
Canelo took that away, made him fight his style, forced him into fighting out of the corner, forced him into fighting off the ropes, forced him to fighting off his back foot. Right? So I've seen him do it to every fucking guy.
Listen to me.
I know
Listen.
Crawford mentally. I've seen Crawford. I call Crawford the fucking Venus flytrap. He likes to lure you in. He makes you think you're doing. He wants you. Oh yeah, you're controlling this fight. Bow, and then hits you with something, and you're like,
Li-
God damn, and then you just wake up.
Listen to your
But
little brother though, bro. Listen. Yes, he did that to he did that to Caleb Plant, right? He 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 how he move and stuff. But guess what? If Caleb Plant would have switched it over a little bit and start coming at him like he did to McCauley, what was his name? McCauley? And
yeah,
start pressing him, coming in a little bit, switching it up instead of running the whole fight, letting Canelo land them punches on your glove, because that's still like getting punched. I don't give a fuck at the end of as these rounds go on, you're gonna start dropping your hand a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying, discipline
yeah,
comes, but you're gonna start dropping that motherfucker, especially
yep,
if it's somebody that got a little power to him. And if you go back, you can see Canelo hitting his gloves, and when it's hitting him, I was saying it like, bro, he keep letting him hit that glove, bro. Like he gonna knock him out because he keep letting him hit that glove. He just waiting for that shit to drop.
yeah.
He didn't bring no fight to Canelo.
Calculated though. He's just Canelo is super. Like that's the thing. That's what's gonna make this the super fight, the fight of the fucking decade, a super fight. You've got
Man, I'm
two
telling you,
fucking
this about to be
the two
it.
most disciplined fighters in boxing. The
Yes,
two probably most like not only just disciplined, smart. They train a certain way. They learn different styles. They're not one-sided guys. They don't. You're. They're. like they're very calculated on what they do, how they fight a guy. They break all their fighters down, and they know how to approach a guy after 2 or 3 rounds, right? How is that gonna like who gets the better of who? Who smarts over smarts the smart guy, and who's
I,
a more
I'm.
calculated fighter at the
Can
end
I?
of the
Can
day?
I? Can I be honest with you?
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like Terrence Crawford, and I don't want to keep sounding biased, but he ain't coming in there. He respect you. He ain't coming in there with no respect once we in this square box, bruh. He didn't show no respect to bruh. He didn't show him
Yeah,
and they respect each other, bruh. Once you in that square box, it ain't no respect. Too many people
yeah.
come in there respecting Canelo, bruh. That's why he don't want to fight David Benavidez, because David
He
Benavidez
ain't
is
coming in to
not
lose.
coming in there with no respect, bro.
Yeah.
He ain't coming in there
Yeah.
like, oh,
What's your
I'm a
thought? Canelo Crawford, if that fight happens in May, who wins that fight? Who do you guys favor? Who do you guys like, man? Give us a shout out on who you guys think. Comment below. I'll try to check out the comments and interact with us a little bit on who we think could win that fight. That's a huge fight. And it's just like my guy said here, he's not coming in to lose. Making the Benavidez statement like comparison is perfect because it's a guy he knows not going to come in to lose, not coming there for a
yeah,
payday. He don't care
yeah.
about the payday. He's looking at the legacy. Although I don't know.
Right,
I
right.
don't know.
You just
I
said it.
feel
You
like
just said
Crawford
it.
is looking at the payday. Benavidez don't
No,
care about that, but I feel like
no,
Crawford's
no,
like, hey, I want a big payday and I'm out.
no.
So I kind of think money does factor in a little bit with Crawford
No,
on
no, 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 no. Let
his
me clear that up
mentality
for
to
you.
win.
Let me kind of clear that up for you. Right. This whole time I've been great, showing the world I'm great. I couldn't get the fights that could give me
Joining
decent,
professional, Daryl C.
decent, decent paydays. Right. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna get a payday, but I'm also about to give y'all a fight for a legacy. And I can't set no legacy up. I can't get a legacy fight and a payday fight at the same time with nobody else. I can't get that with
Well, there's
nobody.
nobody.
I
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't get that with a Earl Spence rematch. I already set that legacy. That's already checked off the mark. Why would
Yeah,
I give this man another chance and do this again when it's
yeah,
somebody else that got that position that y'all was saying this man got, and he this and he that. So I'm gonna show y'all. I'm
yeah.
gonna
Not
go
even
up.
a Fedora fight brings that because I
Huh?
like the Fedora fight, but it doesn't have that
It
negative.
don't make no sense unless
To me and
the
you, we love it,
I'm getting the
but
belt from. Yeah, I
around the
mean, but
world,
if
yeah,
I'm getting the
give a
belt
shit
for it, but I
about
ain't getting no money for it, I ain't gonna get no money for it. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
No
I ain't
money in a
gonna.
boots fight unless Turkey steps in on a boots fight. That's money in that, I think. Outside of that,
Nah, Boost gotta redeem himself. Everybody ain't kind of oppressed right now with Boost, bro.
well, and
I
then
ain't gonna lie.
taking the Virgil Ortiz fight and then kind of backing out, going back down to
Nah,
140.
just his performance on the last fight.
And
They
like
felt like he was getting hit too
that's
much.
pretty solid, yeah. But at the same time, that guy came to fight. You know, that guy did come to fight.
Yeah, and when you come now, listen, and we ain't and this Boost good, he got talent. We all see that and all this. But bro, who has he got on his record? Like what is it? And I hate to say that, but honestly though, bro, like
What do you
he
got?
ain't even got we don't even know the C plus fighters he got on his record, bro, on his boxing rec. Like
Boots
you
doesn't have
barely
anybody, but at the same time, that 147 is absolute trash right now, dude. Like if Boots is kind of crazy not to go to 154. Why are you trying to
but look
fortify
how many fights he
shit?
got though, bro. He got like 30 something fights, bro.
And he's what? Like how old is Boots right now? Like
Like
28,
27.
27, 27, 28
He
years old.
got 30 something fights, bro.
So he's
Come
got
on, bro.
well, I mean, yeah, I guess you can only fight who's going to fight you. Also, we know that Crawford's never like he wasn't big enough when he was first coming up to draw a Crawford. He's not a big enough name now to really draw a Crawford. He honestly should have taken the Virgil Ortiz fight
He should have took it.
because
He
the
should have
fucking
took
name
it.
was there and the
He should
recognition
have took it.
going to come with that fight. He should have taken that fight. There's nobody at 147 with a name like Virgil Ortiz, Stanonis, none of them guys, Barrios, the guys with the belt. The only one we want to see him fight, Brian Norman. Nobody else fucking knows Brian Norman. I'm sorry. We can sit there, me and you can talk about Brian Norman Norman, sports fans, boxing fans. Outside of that, not a single person knows who fucking Brian Norman is for that to be a big money fight for Boots.
Yeah, man. Honestly though, big bro, like I see what you're saying, and but if you got 30 some fights and you haven't fought nobody yet, like that is wild, bro. Like
It is.
that's
And
kind of
honestly,
wild.
well,
That's kind of
you know
wild,
what?
bro.
Let's get into this week's fights because that's exactly kind of a point out what you're talking about there, having that many fights and not having
Hmm.
fought a single fucking person.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Jaime fucking Munguia. All right.
I knew you was coming with that. I knew it.
This dude, let's get into this. Now, he, it's hard to say what the fuck I watched last
He
night,
let you
too.
down. He let you down. I know.
Well,
I know.
not really because well, he shouldn't have lost his fucking fight. He was dominating the whole fight. He literally just dropped his guard, and dude said, "Oh shit, pow,
Boxing.
taking it.
Boxing.
I'm taking it.
Boxing.
Open window. I'm gonna
Yep.
rob you of everything you fucking got." And he
Yep.
robbed it, motherfucker, just knocked him completely out. But Jaime is another guy with 33, 34, 35 fucking fights. He's fought no fucking body but Canelo. Not a single name on his resume would impress you. Not fucking John Ryder. Maybe what's his name? Goddamn, the only guy that really gave him a good fight too, and I can't think of it. But the guy gets his ass kicked all the. Not really gets his ass. He's a tough fight for people. Servanchenko. Servanchenko. That would have been his best fight, his best competition, I think, next to Canelo. John Ryder, I've never been big on John Ryder, so I'm not impressed with that fucking name. But he's 33, 34, 35 spots in, and the guy has fought no fucking body. Gets in the ring this weekend against a guy we've never heard of. He's got like, as far as I know, he fights over in France. He's never fought outside of France. He's got like 15, 20 fights, something like that. And he just catches Jaime, drop his motherfucking guard. Like Jaime's like knocks him down early in the rounds, is dominating this fight to the point that I'm like, I'm about to turn it off. It's just I kind of what I thought the fight was going to be, right?
Right.
And as soon as I'm thinking I'm going to turn this motherfucker off,
Right.
he catches him with just an overhand. He drops that hand for a matter of like just lazily. And it wasn't a matter. He lazily, like he squared up and just lazily drops that fucking hand and gets caught. And Jaime's not a guy that really gets knocked down and gets knocked out. It was impressive to see that happen, but just a fight that shouldn't happen. So once again, like we talked about, a guy who's got 30 plus fights, but he hasn't fought really anybody. So
Yeah, we had high hopes for him though.
we did. Like, but I don't know. After the Canelo fight, I really didn't because Canelo carried him in that fight. To me, it's worse to lose a fight where a guy carries you out of fucking pity than you losing a fight because you gave it your all. He gave it his all in the beginning. You know what I mean? He was all
Yeah.
in the first 4, 5, 6 rounds of that fight, but after that, it was just him getting carried by Canelo because Canelo didn't want to knock a fellow Mexican out. Bullshit. You know what I mean? Like knock that dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like you carried him. That's not going to make him look any better. And then he goes into this fight and his first fight with Top Rank, and he gets knocked out. So I guess that Kristen McBilly fight might be out of the question for Jaime Munguia.
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's see what I skipped here because I did skip something. We do have news. What do you think about? Okay, we were talking about Boots. Now, here's a fight that has been presented to Boots, and Teo is confirming that this is 100% true. He has sent an offer to Boots, wants to fight him at 147. Boots
Mm.
fight,
Bull's gonna beat his ass.
but he should take. That's a bigger fight than any other guy at
Yeah,
one.
take that fight, Boots. Take that fight.
Bigger name, and if you're not going to take the Virgil Ortiz fight, there's no way you can pass this fucking fight up, right?
Bull's gonna beat his ass.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a hell of I think it's gonna be man, every time Teo's one of them guys. He fights to the level of the guy he's fighting. And that's what makes him scary because when he's fighting a lower level guy that we know, like a Jermaine Ortiz or somebody we know that he should be beating Cabosa, a guy like that we know he fights to the level of that guy. Like he doesn't like he almost says he doesn't prepare as much for those lower level guys. And when it's a bigger guy, a bigger stage, he seems to show out a little bit more. So I think that fight would be a lot more interesting than what we might think it would. You don't think it will? You don't think? My guy Spade said no. That's not going to be an interesting fight. Teofimo Lopez versus
No, it's
who?
gonna be interesting, but he gonna get his
You
ass
guys
beat
watch
though.
that fight. Tell me who you think wins that fight. Put it on here on us on TikTok. Thank you guys for joining us, man. I appreciate you. Tap to the
No, it's
screen.
gonna be interesting.
Tell your people about it, baby. It's going to be an interesting fight. My guy Spade thinks, but he thinks Boots is the better fighter, and I can't disagree with that. But I think Teo, like I said, he's a level guy. He goes up to the level of the guy that he's fighting, uh, and he fights to that level, and that's where he becomes very dangerous. But tell me, guys, Boots or Teo, who we like, Canelo, Crawford, who you guys like in those fights, possible future fights that we're going to see in the new year of
That'd
2025?
be a nice card with both of them fighters, with all four of them fighters on there. I know that.
Boy, that would be real nice. That would be real nice if they could put that together. But if I'm right, Teo is still with Top Rank, and that
Hmm.
makes they always make things difficult. Clarissa Shields has announced her next fight. She's going to be doing fighting Danielle Perkins, set for February the 2nd. The
Hmm.
quote is back in the ring to do her thing.
Mm.
All right, we talked about Jaime just getting slept, like he owed the dude money, and he said, "Where my money?" and napped him. But we also watched Rocha versus Carell. I thought this was a great fight. I was kind of shocked by the draw. I really kind of thought Rocha won that fight. It wasn't convincing. So don't get me wrong. A draw is, you know what I mean? Thank you for sharing the live, Ariel. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Welcome, guys, to Bourbon and Boxing on TikTok and Tube and Spotify and Apple and Amazon. We're a little bit of everywhere, guys. Check us out on all those platforms. Support us, like us, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Follow us here on the Cowboy and my guy at always. Follow him on TikTok also. Uh, but yeah, the Rocha versus Carell fight I thought was a great fight. Very entertaining. I thought Rocha definitely took the first 6, 7 rounds before Carell really started to come alive. He started to come around in the later rounds, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. But I thought he didn't do enough in those rounds to convincingly win the fight, but it came down to a draw. I was disappointed with the announcement. Other people were like, I saw it as a draw. I saw it as a close fight, but I thought Rocha inched it out just a little bit. I thought he showed a little bit more, landed more precise punches, more cleaner punches, and the bigger punches at the end of the day.
Hmm. I ain't catch that fight. I ain't catch no fights this weekend. I didn't even know boxing was on this weekend. They need to promote better.
Bro, they definitely do. I always had to go find it. I had to look at my schedule to find it. They do not promote it that well. That is absolutely true. You just got to be
Ooh.
a diehard boxing fan, you know what I mean, like us, to
Yeah.
know that these fights are coming up. You wanted to talk about Charles Conwell. You hit me to this fight. I actually missed that. I don't know how the fuck I missed that fight because I was on the Rocha card on the zone for a little bit, and I was flipping back and forth trying to catch some of the card for on ESPN with the Jaime Munguia card, undercard on
Yeah.
that too. So I don't know if I missed it in between that point, but I don't know how the hell I missed the Conwell
I
fight.
ain't know he was fighting either because I would have loved to watch him like because I ain't never get to really sit down and watch a straight him starting up fight. I always see the highlights. Like, damn, that's why I
Yeah.
asked you. Like, damn, you knew he was fighting. You was like, nah. I'm like,
No,
yeah,
no, I
see,
had no
that's
clue
what
he
I'm
was
talking about when
any of
I
these
say
guys.
promoting. That's what I
Yeah,
mean when I say promoting. And sometimes you
man,
can be
there's
a
too many
die.
platforms. There's
You
too
could
many
be a
platforms.
hard boxer fan like us, but sometimes they be sneaking shit in their owners that we don't even be knowing, like, cause
You
we be
know,
busy. So sometimes we don't get to see it until we really get to sit down, like, cause
yeah, you know what we might be on to here, Big Spade. I'm just thinking out loud here. Just thinking out loud, my guy. Why the fuck aren't we promoters? Let's get into this promotional shit, my guy.
yeah,
Like
that'll be it.
we know the platforms. We'll put these
Yeah,
motherfuckers on every platform they can think of. We'll
yeah,
be out there with signs like "Check my guy out" with flyers, putting them on the cars in the grocery store parking lots and shit.
yeah, hell
Like
yeah,
check
for
my guy
real,
this
for
weekend on
for real.
ESPN, the Zone, Top Rank. These promoters should be out here promoting the shit out of these fights any way they can. There's too many social media platforms for them not to utilize to
They
promote.
lazy, bro. They lazy. They
Yeah,
lazy,
yeah. Get on YouTube,
lazy.
promote it there, promote it on TikTok, promote it on other platforms. There's so many other platforms that they could promote that stuff on, man. Uh, they just depend on, well, I'm a big promoter, so they got my name, and then
You
I'll
know who a good promoter?
what's that?
You know who a good promoter?
Who you like? You gonna say,
Floyd Schofield Sr.
oh fuck? Hell, I'll tell you what, he talked his son right into this fight, so
He
he's
a good promoter. He's a
ready.
great promoter.
Well, Devin Haney's father, same thing. He's promoted his
Yeah.
son this whole motherfucking game.
Uh-huh.
He really started
Uh-huh.
him on YouTube and everything like
Uh-huh.
that, and said, "Look, we're going to work with who we want to work with," and he's promoted his son pretty much himself. Great promoter.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I say that when I could get him, I could give Floyd Schofield Sr. I could give him literally. I could give him. Oh, he might be junior. I don't know, but whatever case may be, I could give him that props for sure. He promoted the fuck out of his son because his son probably. How many times you seen Floyd Schofield fight? How many times you seen Kid
Probably
Austin fight? Honestly.
like 2 times.
Oh, and he already about to fight Shakur. Come on, man.
Yeah, I
Come
I
on, man.
just got hit to him a couple years ago.
Come on, man. And you
Maybe
seen him fight
I've watched him
twice.
3 times since then. Maybe 3 times I've
I
watched him,
seen him fight twice, bro.
and I can tell you right now, in the 3 fights I have watched him, he's going to get his fucking head boxed off by Shakur. I'm sorry. He is going to box circles around this kid.
Hey, listen though. This how I said he got to come into the fight. He got to come into this fight. It's boxing. It happens. He got to be a little. He got to do some little legal shit for. He got to get him uncomfortable.
Get
You
dirty.
get
Elbow,
dirty. He got
corner,
to get
hit him
dirt.
in that
Sean
corner,
Porter dirty. He got.
dirty.
If they want
Head
to compare him to Sean
over
Porter,
head
he got
first.
to.
Yep.
He got to get dirty. He got to take him all the way out his element. Like he
Get
got to.
underneath
He got. I
that little
want the motherfuckers to show us that Shakur no respect, no man. Come here. If he keep running, grab him, slam him, throw him around, mug him, get him
yep.
out. You know what I mean? Take
Yeah,
him out of that. And
get
then,
aggressive with him. Like manhandle
yeah,
that motherfucker. Like it's prison. Like you trying
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah. That's how you got to come in there
cookies.
with
I
him.
want some cookies, bro.
Don't stand on that. Don't stand on the end of them gloves trying to box him. You can if you want to.
Hold
I
on.
said this too. I said
Hold
he
on.
could do this too. I feel like he can box for a little bit, like the 7th round, so he could keep a little gas in his tank. But if Shakur go into that body, it's probably gonna slow his gas tank. It all depend on his
You know what? You know what I just
mobility in
pictured?
there.
What I just
Huh?
pictured with what you was talking about. I pictured Damon and motherfucking Magic Mike in the bathroom when he corners. He pulls out the shit. He corners dude up in the corner. That's what I just pictured. How Floyd has to be. He has to be Damon, and he has to treat him like score. Like, hold on, I'm a man.
Yeah.
Has to
I want to
score
see him be.
everything in
I
his
want to
whole
see him. I want to see him be real. I don't want to say because they getting their feelings and shit, but I don't want to see him be like I don't want to see him be no on no cheating shit, but I want to see him rough
yeah,
housing.
just
Yeah, I mean,
hey,
get a
boxing
little warning,
has other
quit that
elements.
shit,
It
hit him
does
with a
have
little low blow, get him uncomfortable. I feel like Floyd, Kid Austin Daddy gonna tell him that though, like don't go in here trying to tiff attack, go in here, fight your fight, but listen,
yep.
rough him up, push him, grab him. I ain't seen nobody fight Shakur like that yet. Have you?
No, I haven't actually.
Dirty.
No, because his defense is so good too that even with what was the last fight? He fought the guy that the German dude that Frank Martin fought. I can't think of his name.
Oh,
That guy was a little
Autumn,
bit more.
Autumn.
Yeah, yeah, Artem. Yep, yep. That dude was a little bit more aggressive. And you saw Shakur kind of on his back foot a little bit. But Shakur's defense is so good that I don't know if he'll allow him to do that, and if that will play into his favor by him lunging in and being aggressive, he could get caught by Shakur in a
Yeah.
way that he can't recover from too. So I
I
get what you're saying. It's a
no,
game
no, no.
he should try, but if he
No,
gets
I ain't saying lean in and be aggressive. I'm
no,
saying
you're saying like be
tie
aggressive,
him up
pushing
when
back.
before the ref break it up, put your elbow in his face.
Yeah, yeah,
You
put that
feel
elbow
me?
up
Hit him
there.
with a low blow. You know what I mean? Mug him when the fight, mug him, do all
Yeah,
type of shit. Like
hit him
he
off the
one of
hip
them motherfuckers. You
right.
gotta take him out his you gotta take him out his You gotta take him out his element. You gotta get under his
Came out of
skin.
his head. Yeah, yeah, get him
Yeah,
out of his own
yeah,
head. You start
yeah,
thinking, like, hold on,
yeah.
motherfucker. Start fighting a
Don't
little
go
bit
in there
yourself.
fighting with no
Even
respect.
though, yeah,
Don't
if
go
you
in there fighting with no respect. I
and
know
you might
that.
be onto something there. If you can get Shakur to take more chances, that could be the way to beat him because
Come
he's
on,
such
man.
a
I know
calculated
something,
player.
bro. I know something, man.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
know something, bro.
Get him to react to something, and say, "All right, motherfucker, you want to play that?" And then he gets out of his element and starts doing things he's not used to doing or doesn't normally do, and then you could possibly catch him with something. That's a great game plan, to be honest. For it, it's the only game plan, honestly,
That's the
that
only game plan.
can go in there with because if you try to fight him toe to toe, you're going to get your ears boxed off. You're not
Yeah,
comfortable, bro. I've watched him at least 3 times that I know of, and I'm not like they. No way, shape, and form did I ever think he was ready for Shakur
yeah,
or Keyshawn,
yeah.
anything like that yet.
We
I
was
thought,
comparing him like a duel of Mason in the future and shit
yeah,
like that.
yeah, and I didn't even see him on a Mason level, even though we did
Yeah,
Mason
we
get done.
didn't.
But it's still Mason's got a fight coming up too. Also, thank you
Yeah,
guys
he
for
fight in February.
joining. I appreciate you guys on TikTok, man. We still got a couple things to cover here on episode 86 of Bourbon and Boxing Man with my guy Spade and the Cowboy, baby. Check us out. We drop our
Go.
episode every week, man.
Let's
But you guys
go.
are right here behind the scenes, kind of getting to listen in. So if you tuned in the whole time, you're catching the show as we speak live and you're getting it before anybody else is going to get it because I'm not going to be loading it up till sometime, I would say, the afternoon tomorrow because I'm going to be crashing. I got to be up at 6 a.m. and shit.
Oh, for real tonight? Today?
I gotta be up at 5, actually. I gotta be working
Damn.
at 6. So,
Damn.
yeah. But, okay, yeah. Also, what I was talking about, the guy that could possibly, they're saying, is the number one contender to Inoue. We were talking about it earlier. I said I'd get to him. MJ Akramadawa. He's a fighter at the what is it? 122 is what Inoue is. Man, they keep saying he's the guy that's going to compete against Inoue. I don't see it. I'm not impressed with him. He beat a guy this week he should have beat.
Yeah.
He looked, but just there's something about the guy that I'm not super impressed. But they keep trying to push him towards that Inoue fight. He lost a fight to Tapples uh, early in his career, a decision that he lost. Tough fight to lose, but still, I don't know. I don't know if he's ready for that level yet. I still think he needs to fight some other guys before
Money.
going there to.
Money. They know that's a money fight, bro.
Yeah, yeah, and it's a money fight for him, and absolutely, in a ways, like now they're trying to say, hey, this guy's a number one contender. To in a way, all that they're going to force him to fight him and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see how that goes for MJ Akmadala. Be careful what you wish for, my guy, because sometimes wishes don't come true. You be at home like, now I wish upon a star.
Yeah.
All right. Next week we got a huge fight, guys. Next week, man, we've been looking forward. The first fight was just absolutely amazing. I don't want to get too much into it because we're going to preview it later in the week. Kind of do an episode about it. It is a huge fight. The Usyk heavyweight rematch, the for the unified belts. Usyk, the unified champion, going up against Tyson Fury on a rematch. This fight was absolutely amazing the first time around, and I'm super looking forward to it. Now that we know that the Inoue fight isn't going to happen, the Garcia fight exhibition isn't going to happen, so we're probably not going to see Carell Moulton for the rest of the year. Also, if that fight's not going to happen, those cards aren't going to happen. So this is going to be what we end the year with, guys. We're going to end the year with one of the biggest heavyweight matchups you could possibly. I mean, is there a better way for boxing to end than
Nah. This
heavyweight
is this
unified
is
title fight right now?
yeah,
And
this
can
is this
somebody
the
phone
one.
the IBF and tell them to fucking stop taking the goddamn belt from the fucking champion 2 weeks after he fucking wins it? Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Oh, you got to fight a mandatory. Well, 2 week notice. Like, fuck you, IBF. Nobody wants your shitty ass fucking belt any goddamn.
They gotta keep they gotta keep it interesting. Like
Yeah,
they gotta
it's
keep
just
something going.
bullshit. Like, you don't even give a guy. You know he has a
That's
rematch
why I said
clause.
fuck them belts, bro.
They did the same thing with Terrence Crawford. You know he has a rematch fucking clause. How the fuck are you going to be like, oh well, you're going to fight this guy? You know what the contract is. So how like the IBF is fucking stupid. Fuck the
They
IBF.
greedy. It ain't stupid,
No,
they greedy. They greedy. They
Yeah,
trying to get parts of. They trying to keep that motion going, and they know like, this. I guess like if it's a rematch for these belts that they probably like the percentage they don't get the percentage they looking for, so they trying to find a new champion so they can
yeah,
get a bigger position, bigger percentage of the fighter money. But then if we get a new champion with this belt, we could get more money. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like so. I think it's some shit like that, but that shit should have had no control, bro.
No.
That shit is like that shit
I
is
mean, you
make
rob
it
the sport
terrible.
of, a undisputed heavyweight champ. You know what I'm saying? By basically, oh, we're gonna make Daniel to buy the IBF. Like he's the IBF. Nothing against the
And it
buy.
make judges biased, bro. I feel like having belts and putting belts on the line make judges biased, like fucking up the scorecards, cheating and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I swear, bro.
Yeah,
I
true. Because
swear.
who controls those judges? Who's hiring these judges? Who's control of the ref? Who decides what ref
Yeah,
goes and all this other stuff? Yeah, absolutely, that does factor in my opinion. But look, man, there ain't much more. I don't want to get into that one too much, man, because that's going to be a great fucking fight.
yeah.
Uh, damn it, my guy. I think you work that Saturday too, don't you?
This Saturday, you know it, and I'm pissed.
The 21st. So yeah, my guy works that fucking day because I definitely would have loved to gone live for
Hold
that.
on, what's today? Oh,
Yeah,
yep.
that 21st. So it'll be next weekend that fight's gonna happen. So you're gonna be working. I won't go live. I might go live on TikTok a little bit, but I won't, do our live show without my guy Spade. We don't do the show without each other. Facts.
Yeah.
Hold on, I think I've been doing some kind of puzzle here. These motherfuckers, like you ain't active.
But also too though, we didn't get to talk about Charles Conwell that much, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's
that shit,
definitely. Who do you think
he,
he should fight next at
he's
154? Virgil Ortiz?
no Jermell Charlo.
Charlo. Is Charlo gonna come back though, man?
He
You can't.
supposed to be coming back.
He's supposed to be, but they say that, and then like it's like a year later, then you're like, oh fuck, I forgot this guy was coming back. Like they take entirely too much fucking time off.
Yeah.
They're losing their relevance in the sport of boxing
I
because
think
it's
that I
too
think
much.
that be I think that be not just like them. I think it be sort of too like family shit, like because like they girls and shit, being away and they
And
probably be having new babies and shit. I don't know, man. I don't
that's
know.
your money. That's
Boxing,
your money. That's your
yeah,
money.
boxing a bad motherfucker. So you gotta have that significant other with you that understand
You
this
got to
type shit.
sacrifice in that sport. Boxing
Yeah.
is a sport. It can be
I
lonely.
feel like a lot of shit you got to sacrifice though too,
Yeah,
like basketball,
sport in general.
being a
Just
rapper, being a musician. Like it's a
yeah.
lot of
I
because
mean, we
going on
sacrifice our
tours and shit.
time to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like even
Yeah,
if we do
hell
a little
yeah,
podcast like we did, we sacrifice our time to do that. Sacrifice sleep,
yeah,
like that, to say, hey,
yeah,
we want to get this shit up and out. We want to do our thing because it's something we love to do. And
yeah,
same thing with boxing. If you truly love the sport of boxing and you're a boxer, then you have to that time of your career, kind of like Crawford has done right now. He's sacrificed to make that
yeah,
he's at to get a
yeah,
fight with a guy like Canelo and then get the fuck out of the sport. And then he can go. He's still 38 fucking years old. He'll be 40 years old by the time he retires, right? Let's say,
yeah,
man, who the fuck doesn't want to retire at 40 fucking years old, bro?
yeah,
Live the rest of your life not having to work and do shit, but just maybe commentate some fights and show up
yeah,
for appearances and shit like that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Rest of your life easy. Like, come on, man, that would be absolutely great. That's the one thing, good thing about sports. These guys retire at 33 years old and shit. Like, okay,
mm-hmm,
I'm done. Like, damn,
yeah,
okay, okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
We're gonna be working till we're 65, pushing boxes. Flipping shit. You know what I
yeah,
mean? But hey, that's the way the world goes, man. It's not always fair, man. When you got that talent, you got to utilize
yeah,
it, man. Use it while you can and get everything you can out of it, man.
hell
That's
yeah,
absolutely. But my guy, man, I'm gonna jump off here, man. I got a long day ahead of me tomorrow.
for sure.
At 6 a.m. It's gonna be an early day. Been drinking my bourbon, so I'll be able to crash right out. Getting up is gonna be the hard part.
Yeah,
Once I'm out, it's gonna be getting up.
get up with that attitude. Oh
Yeah,
fuck,
that's it.
that's how that
Roll.
Monday be too. Like
Oh,
fuck,
okay. Yeah,
man.
yeah. 'Cause I'm used to not working Mondays, but now they got me on Monday. So I'm
Yeah,
like, okay. And they're like 6 a.m. Like, you ain't just put me on Monday, you put me on open in that motherfucker. Okay. Like
Yeah,
with the roosters and shit. But
yeah,
yeah, dude, I appreciate you jumping on here.
for sure.
Doing our episode 86 of Bourbon and Boxing. Do what you do. Take us out this motherfucker. Let them know what they need to do or what they should do. Show some love to the show, my guy.
Man, y'all already know. Show some love, man. Like, subscribe, comment, man. We see a lot of box. I see a lot of people doing boxing podcasts now too, man. People keep coming, talking, and giving their opinions and shit. And shout out to them. I hope we show some type of different, bring something different to our show that they ain't bringing in ours or topics and shit. Cause this shit, the boxing shit is people is starting to hop in that lane on the podcast side though. So
Uh,
you know, which it ain't nothing bad, you know what I mean? But like I said, this us, this bourbon and boxing. So like, support, comment, you know what I'm saying? Comment, share, all that shit, man. Show us love, man. Come and join us, man. That's it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, my good dude, for taking us out. Episode 86, Bourbon and Boxing, the Cowboy in.
Big Spade.
Up in here. Check it later. You guys have a great weekend, man. Great week.
Mm-hmm.